The contract originally was for a plug though, so do a rush job on this cap manufacturer to be able to get it done. And it took me about 2 hours to complete it. Yeah, I went ahead and used an existing pipe that we already had. It was a 13.5 inch ID. We only needed a 12-inch ID. So it was a suitable piece there. I went ahead and used a plasma cutter. Went ahead and cut my coupon there after I took my measurement. Ground out all the slag and everything off of it to go ahead and clean it up real good. So we got a good clean weld, chipping out all the slag. The plate that I was using here, the reason why I went ahead and made like 3 different rings, because you can see an impression in the plate. I wasn't liking that part of that impression was getting into the center part of it. So I went ahead and remarked the ring and got good flat plate all the way around to be able to get a good smooth clean weld on it. So we had a good flat smooth sealing surface for the rubber seal. I'm going ahead and just cleaning up the edges now to be able to get a good round on it. The rubber seal itself is, about 3/8 reinforced gasket rubber seal material. And I went ahead and placed it in the bottom there, and it's actually bigger, slightly bigger than the actual pipe itself. So it would actually get a good seal. And then I'm cutting the holes for the set bolts there, installing the set bolts into place. So basically, whenever I put the bolts in there, I want to be able to make sure that my bolt is all the way through. So I actually put the bolts in there to test it, to make sure that my bolts go all the way through. Once I get the actual seam all the way welded all the way around, I go ahead and move on to the bolts. But you'll notice, I leave the bolt in there, but whenever I actually start doing the weld, I pull the bolt out so that none of the excess material actually sticks to the bolt. So that way they're good and smooth afterwards. Once I'm done there, I go ahead and get the grinder, because I'm having to go ahead and clean it all up, because I want the adhesives to be able to stick to the plate and the rubber. So I'm actually roughing up the rubber with the grinder there, and then going ahead and alcohol swabbing, clean it. I wanted to go ahead and put a protective coating on it because, again, it's going to be underwater, so I didn't want it to rust. So we went ahead and cleaned it up there. Yeah, I'm putting the adhesive on. Then I go ahead and put a plate just to actually press that down, and just to get a good, flat sealing surface for the adhesion. Once I get done here, I actually took it outside and went ahead and painted it. After I painted it, we went ahead and loaded it up, and then we moved on to the job site. Once we got to the job site, everything fit well. It went very smoothly. Customer was happy, and it was pretty successful morning.